Alright, real quick before we start the video, if you have been following my channel for some time, you will know that in 2020 I released an ebook entitled Zoraxia Wrath of the God King. It's fantasy, it's queer, it's black. You know what I mean? I released that, did my thing. And now, like 3 years later, I finally got the audiobook up there for you guys to check out. Make sure you check my description box. If you've been paying attention to my channel, you will know that I posted the first 3 chapters of the audiobook on my channel, so you can check it out. If you like what you hear, make sure you go check the links, like I said, and purchase my audiobook. This is going to be a series. The first book obviously is out, self-published, called Zoraxia Wrath of the God King. The second book I'm working on right now. I want it to be out before the end of this year. The second book is called Zoraxia, The Vengeance of Cold Wind. A lot of it is already done. I'm talking to the illustrator, who's really awesome and extremely talented. So like, we getting things moving. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Yeah, let's get to the video. Alright y'all, so many things have been happening since the last time I did a video like this. Let's just get right into it. Let's get right into some of the things that have been rocking the timeline's wig. First of all, it's Pride Month, and Justin Bieber's dad said this on social media apparently. He said, "Don't forget to thank a straight person this month for your existence." And I'm just like, wow, color me surprised that straight people want an award for orgasming. But it's funny that in these, like, anytime somebody says that, it's like they completely forget that bisexual people exist. And there are plenty of people who have been created by bisexual people. But the third thing is that I love how they act like any kind of sexuality that's outside of heterosexuality is inherently unnatural. When you could just take a look at the animal kingdom and do the research yourself. Girl, lions, giraffes, gorillas, elephants, all display homosexual behavior. It's been documented, it's been studied, like, and so human beings are the only ones walking around here with homophobia in their fucking hearts. So crazy. Look at the rest. I mean, somebody just got mad because I guess in class or something they were teaching the kids that some species of fish change sexes or something like that, and it's just that people got mad. I'm just like, girl, it's literally in the animal kingdom. It's all across the planet. Human beings are the only ones who act this stupid in the face of, you know, the spectrum of sexuality. Get over yourselves. Get over yourselves. And it's just like, honestly, with the amount of I'm just talking to you men specifically, the amount of DL men that be walking around here, the amount of ass slaps that happen in the fucking locker room, the amount of shit I used to see in grade school, y'all need to be researching sexuality in the spectrum, right? So you can accept yourselves. Like, let's be fucking, get out my face, get out my face. Anyway, speaking of annoying white bigots, Taylor Swift apparently broke up with that weirdo Matt Healy. This is coming from NBC. Y'all already know Matt Healy, y'all already know the drama with all that shit, but if you didn't, Matt Healy gives very much racist weirdo tease. I guess he was on some podcast making fun of Ice Spice, who is Dominican and Nigerian. He appeared to encourage the co-hosts when they imitated Chinese and Hawaiian accents, and later laughed when the two imitated Japanese accents. Of course, this is all in reference to Ice Spice, and Ice Spice just did a collab with Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift loves her a nigga pet. Taylor Swift loves her a nigga pet. You can look, girl, y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't have to go into more details, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Also in January, Matt Healy appeared to do a Nazi-style salute during a show. It's giving weirdo racist vibes. He came up and was just like, none of this shit matters. Y'all are pressed for no reason, blah, 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 blah. Then Rolling Stone came out with this headline: Taylor Swift shouldn't have to apologize for dating Matt Healy. They said, we wouldn't be having this conversation if Taylor Swift was a man. A lot of people were just like, oh my goodness, why y'all putting his actions on her, his actions on her? And in my opinion, I'm just like, girl, you don't date nobody like that if you're just not cool with the things that they're saying and doing. Like, and to me, it's just like this weird white feminism type shit. Of course, Taylor Swift don't have to apologize for dating Matt Healy, even though they fucking broke up, I guess. Don't apologize for it, because you clearly don't care. And that's all we're saying, is that America's favorite white girl don't care about none of the shit that Matt was doing. And that's literally probably because she's surrounded by motherfuckers who act just like him, or she act just like him. So it's just like, people just, oh my God, y'all are mad at Taylor Swift for no reason. No, we're just showing you that when it comes to racism, when it comes to like any kind of like bigoted ass behavior, it does not matter to these white girls. It does not matter to these white people. They do not care. And so us pointing that out is not, you know, attacking Taylor or whatever. Like, her rich ass is definitely gonna be okay, but we still gonna call her like we see it, girl. Like, they act like Matt Healy just had a different, you know, oh, his favorite color was blue and hers was pink and they just have a different, no, bitch, we talk about racism. Like, this ain't no, like, difference in favorite foods or favorite restaurants. Bitch, and you're dating this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? I just hate when people act disingenuous and miss the point on purpose. Y'all are ridiculous. All right, let's talk about Tory Lanez. Apparently, the prosecutors want Tory Lanez to serve 13 years. That's what they're gonna ask the judge for. I think the sentencing is happening next week, if I'm not mistaken. I read that it was gonna happen on the 13th. I could be mistaken. But 13 years is what the prosecutors are apparently asking for. Remember, this week it was reported that Tory Lanez tried to move to disqualify the judge. His team claimed that the LA County Superior Court judge had apparently shown favoritism to the prosecution. That shit didn't matter because the prosecution wants him to get 13 years. Anyway, this is coming from Megan Cunniff, of course. Megan, the reporter. Links, of course, to every article that I referenced in this video will be in the description so you can read it for yourself. Prosecutors want Tory Lanez to serve 13 years in prison for shooting Megan Thee Stallion, citing his campaign of misinformation aimed at humiliating and re-traumatizing her. So it's crazy that the prosecutors are citing Tory Lanez's social media usage or the way that he weaponizes social media against Megan Thee Stallion as they're doing the sentencing. And it's just like, damn, if you had shut the hell up, Tory Lanez. If you had to shut the hell up. Okay, this is according to a memo filed on Tuesday. This is what the prosecution is saying. Words have power, and the pen is oftentimes mightier than the sword. In this case, Daystar Peterson used both. Tory Lanez used both. Not content to have hurt the victim by use of his sword, aka the gun, he also used his pen. His online posts for nearly 3 years have re-traumatized the victim. They go on to talk about Lanez's 3 violations of court orders before trial, including his breach of a protective order at the Rolling Loud Festival in Miami in July 2021, and his brief jailing in April 2022 for posting a DNA evidence report online along with derogatory comments about Megan. It also describes his unprovoked attack on singer August Alsina in Chicago last September, and also his recent false claims that prosecutors falsified and suppressed evidence. It also cites Lanez's full-length album with several songs about the shooting as an example of him profiting from his crimes, while arguing his jail call to Megan's now former friend Kelsey Harris hours after the shooting is tantamount to a confession. Just speaking about the August Alsina thing, they had said, the fact that the defendant committed another unprovoked attack on another person while he had a violent felony case pending before this court speaks volumes. The court gave the defendant opportunity after opportunity to comply with the court's orders, but the defendant remained undeterred by the court's efforts to regulate his conduct. So yeah, I mean, the article that I referenced that I'm reading from is so long, but I just picked some pieces I felt would make the most sense within the context of this video. They are looking at giving this motherfucker over a decade. I've seen some people online saying that 13 years was too small of a sentence, and I'm just like, girl, I mean, you shooting at someone. You shot at someone. You shot someone who didn't do shit to you, girl. Like, and then you ran your big chompers. You ran those prep pills. You see what I'm saying? You know, yeah, some of y'all know how big them fucking, if you take prep, you know how big them prep pills are. That's what the motherfucker has in his motherfucking mouth. That's what Tory Lanez got in his motherfucking mouth. You ran those prep pills online. And now they referencing that shit and trying to get your sentences up. Shut your ass up, sit your ass down, Tory Lanez. I hope we never have to see his annoying dental dam built in the face built ass. Like, I'm so ready for him to get out of my face. It's just crazy that knowing that you did that shit, she came out there trying to like not press it even further, but then you ran those chompers and then she named you, and now instead of sitting your ass down and letting the trial run its course, you didn't even want to get up on the stand and defend your fucking self. Instead of letting the trial run its fucking course and sitting your ass down and just letting things happen, you running your mouth and making the shit worse for yourself. What's the point? What's the goal, sweetie? What's the goal? Oh, niggas. I'm sick of them. Escort his ass to the Phantom Zone, escort his ass to the Twilight Zone, escort his ass to Tartarus, escort his ass to the underworld, to Hades motherfucking throne. If you watch the animated Teen Titans movies, you know what I'm talking about? Escort his ass to the motherfucking gem that Raven had in her head, you know what I'm talking about, that she put Trigon in. Escort his ass right in there. All right, and get him out my face. Get out my face. All right, the last one we'll talk about today. Speaking of somebody who I want to get out my face, I want Andre Dickens to get the fuck out my face. He is the mayor of Atlanta. This is coming from the Associated Press. The Atlanta City Council early Tuesday approved funding for the construction of a proposed police and firefighter training center, rejecting the pleas of hundreds of activists who packed City Hall and spoke for hours in fierce opposition to the project they decry as Cop City. The 11-4 vote just after 5 a.m. is a significant victory for Mayor Andre Dickens, who has made the $90 million project a large part of his first term in office, despite pushback to the effort. Now, Andre Dickens is a whole nigga! Andre Dickens is a whole black man. And you're over, I mean, that's one of the reasons why he had such problems with Keisha Lance about it. It's just like, y'all are niggas in these positions of power, facilitating more oppression. And minority communities, specifically black communities, will have to face that shit. And it's just like, do y'all feel proud looking in the mirror as a black ass mayor and you're facilitating this direct violence against the fucking black community? I'm looking around Atlanta, not only is rents fucking sky high, but you drive on the streets and there's so many people who are suffering. They are facing homelessness, right? And you're tossing $90 fucking million to the cops, and there's people in the streets. Income inequality, like I said, rent sky fucking high. Every single day there's construction on the road and it never fucking finishes. Potholes every fucking way. It's just like Atlanta got bigger fish to fry than literally facilitating violence and oppression against communities that look like you, girl. I hate it. Anyway, that's all I want to say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Love y'all so much. Like I said, please check out the links in my description box. Got so much content for you. Audiobooks, music projects, all type of shit. Patreon, I got my podcast going on as well. Just put up a new episode today. Hope the rest of your day is awesome and make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.